body towards the tree.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Very nice.
Come on, Win.
There you are, Win.
Maybe look.
Okay, so what you can do is hold camera. Hey everyone, as you can see, Jasmine is looking through the electronic viewfinder at her photos because this is, I believe, the first time we are shooting late morning, early afternoon, so the sun is like right above us. So I'm trying to get good pictures within the shade, but just looking at the rear LCD screen, there's a lot of glare. So Jasmine's looking through the EVF so she can see the pictures more clearly. How's the picture so far?
They look really clear.
Nice.
You see so much color in the background.
Yes, that's what I wanted to get, the greens from
It really matches.
the trees, matches your dress, your makeup. Yeah.
It's a good place to do it too.
Yes. And I want to review this new lens I got in. It is a 90mm the product name is XCD 90mm f3.2, and Hasselblad advertises this as one of the best lenses for portraits, and I'm using it right now to shoot you wide open at 3.2, and I'm liking the results as well. Background is smooth, blurred out, and I think it gives a 3D effect.
And we just started.
We just started.
And I like the photos already.
Yeah, getting good results already.
And I'm glad we're back again because we did a shoot just a couple months ago.
Yes, early in the summer. Yeah.
No, we didn't have time after that until now. So
yeah,
I'm excited to work with you again.
Yes, me too. And it's for your birthday coming
and
up.
It's for my birthday.
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
Birthday's next week, October 14th.
Oh, just next week already. Today's October 5th. Wow.
Yeah.
That's quick.
I'll be 30. Yay.
You're older than me.
I'm older than you. Yeah, you're 25, right?
No. 37. Welcome to 30s.
Thank
soon.
you. I'll be off the calendar soon, guys.
Yeah. Okay. We'll keep on shooting.
See you later.
Smooth or?
Smooth.
Does it give like a 3D pop?
Yeah. Did you see this picture? Look at this one. You have to put your eye in, right?
Yeah. I can't really see if you're the one looking at it.
I was going to show you the one where my legs up. And then the background is blurred, but you could still, it's very like defined.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. We'll keep on shooting.
These are nice.
Nice.
Let's keep shooting.
Oh, don't say it too loud. Godfrey's recording. Okay, good. We'll use the win. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, good. Very nice. Some first impressions about this lens. I noticed that the shutter sound, put it close to the mic, is actually quieter than the XCD 45mm lens. Focus sounds quieter as well. And what I also noticed compared to the 45 is the 45mm, the barrel goes in and out externally, so you can feel the body move. But with the 90mm lens, I don't feel the barrel going in and out. It's actually focusing internally. And it feels balanced on the X1D. It feels solid, just like the 45. And Yeah, it's just to me it feels better. I think this is really made for shooting portraits. It makes me just focus on the model and the composition. What's cool about the 90mm lens is it has the same filter thread as the 45, which is 67mm. Weight, there's a good amount of weight to it, about 1.4 pounds. The focusing distance isn't that close. It's around 70 centimeters or about 2.3 feet. So I could still get nice headshots with Jasmin a little over 2 feet away. But when trying the lens out, it seems that I can actually focus closer than 2 feet. Jasmin,
I like this
photo so far. Which one? I know it's kind of hard to see with the glare, but I like that one too.
And that without Godfrey's arm.
Yeah, without Godfrey's elbow. I don't know if I can Photoshop his whole entire elbow out of the picture.
Just put a big emoji there.
Maybe, yeah.
It's so clear.
Very clear,
and the shadows are there,
yeah.
but they complement the photo.
Yes.
The way that
I think everything. Yeah, everything matches. Everything comes coming together.
Oh, okay,
especially with the disappearing. So I have to press play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'll come back. All right.
Oh.
We'll keep on shooting.
Keep shooting.
Yeah, so the contrast.
How do you want to do this? You want me to...
1, 2, 3. Doing it again. So look, when I turn it, the lens itself has 10 elements in 8 groups. So far I haven't noticed any CA or chromatic aberrations shooting in like direct sunlight. We are now, it's almost 12 p.m. And what's pretty cool is the leaf shutter and the XCD lenses, they're rated to about 1 million exposures. And if some of you are wondering if the 1/2000th of a second max shutter speed is limiting the exposure in like direct sunlight, the camera does bring it down to ISO 100. I am shooting wide open 3.2, and I am hitting about 1/2000th of a second, so I'm maxing out the shutter.
Wow.
The images seem, well, the camera will tell me it's about like 0.5 or 0.8 overexposed, but excuse me, but nothing too bright where you can't really edit in Photoshop or bring down exposure. So, but again, shutter speed maxed out, ISO 100, lens wide open, still getting pretty good exposure. You were making a comment just now about what? A photo?
I was saying wow because it's so clear.
That's a nice photo. I like that. Yeah.
The one where I'm behind it?
Behind it, yeah.
Love that one.
That's nice.
I like how it really brings out the colors.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, the colors in these new XCD lenses are very good. Very, yeah, the X1D is...
Just enough blur in the background.
Yeah, just enough.
Not too blurry.
Not too blurry, yeah.
Love it.
Okay, we'll continue to shoot. Coming out from behind you. One, two, and 3. Some positives and negatives about this lens. Positives is it's very well built. Metal lens hood, metal construction. Feels very solid. It could flash sync up to 1/2000th of a second. I think the only negative is brand new. I just checked the price as of October. It's October already. October 2019. It is retailing for about $3,200, $3,200. But on the used market, you can find it around the $2,200 mark, probably mid-2000s, but still it's very expensive for a lens.
That's the price of a used Toyota Corolla.
Maybe 1996.
Maybe a 1998.
1998, yeah.
$3,000 blue book.
Used car.
Used car.
Yeah, yeah. And paired up with...
Expensive.
Yes, very expensive. And paired up with the body, it's gonna run you for this portrait system $4,000, like $7,000, used $6,000. So still a lot of money to pay for the system.
And then if you want to get new lens and more lenses,
it's gonna rack up. It's gonna add up. Yeah.
It's an expensive hobby, but
we're getting really awesome
worth
pictures.
It.
Yeah.
Very worth it. I love them.
We're gonna shoot for, it's getting pretty hot, so we're gonna shoot for like 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do our outro, but getting a lot of good shots so far.
Yep, and this beautiful day.
Yeah, very nice. It was raining all week and it just cleared up today.
It cleared up just for me.
Just for you.
Just for me.
1, 2, 3. Can you turn your... Perfect.
You ever see a model do this?
No.
Watch me. This?
Careful.
Take a picture right here. Right there. Get this.
Personal trainer, are we...
Can I do one like that?
Okay. Good. Good. Super harsh, yeah.
Can you put it down right here?
What's happening here?
I want that for bloopers.
So we've been shooting for about an hour and a half and it's getting super hot. It's hitting about 1 p.m. We may do a couple more shots, but I think we got a lot of good photos already.
Yep, and I got to do some push-ups. So.
Because you are a certified personal trainer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just had to show that.
That you can, that your certification is actually real and not just from the internet.
Wish you guys were here, you would have seen it.
I think they probably would have seen it in the video.
Edit that in.
But talking about the lens, compared to the 45 millimeter, which I've been using a lot for portraits, if I really want to compress and blur the background, this lens is really good. The 90 millimeter in about full frame terms is about 70, 71 millimeter. And just think of it like you have a 24-70 zoom and you zoom into 70 millimeter and keep the aperture to 2.8. You're gonna get similar bokeh or background blur. But to my eyes, I think the bokeh or background blur is a little bit more smoother and more pleasing to my eyes with this Hasselblad lens. So every time I want to do like full body shots or half body shots, I'm going to use this lens. But just for a general purpose, a quick headshot or half body shot, or if I'm doing it in studio or a general purpose lens, I think the 45 millimeter is a great choice. Jasmine, what do you think about the pictures coming from this lens, the photo shoot overall?
I think everything looks amazing. I like how the water in the back, it makes it look even more blue than it actually looks in person.
Yes.
So I like how it makes the colors pop.
I think that's with Hasselblad's. I keep on getting their names mixed up, but they call it natural color solution. Hasselblad color natural solution. I think it's natural color solution where they try to make the colors as accurate as possible. And so that's what we're seeing on the back of the screen. And yeah, because your skirt is like mustard yellow with your bikini top and matching the greens and the blues. But yeah, it's looking from the back of the screen. Yeah, it pops on. It's pretty natural,
looks
but
impeccable.
Yeah, perfect.
Look at that push up too.
Any social media that you have?
Yes, so you guys can add me on Instagram, Jazzy Wenzel, JAZZYWENZZY. If you want to check out other stuff.
And some things about your personal life?
Oh, so I'm also a teacher. We used to teach together at a middle school.
Yes.
Now I teach high school, and I'm also a certified personal trainer.
Cool.
At Paradise.
Nice. And as always, thank you for helping me out, test new camera gear. It was a fun shoot. First time I ever did a shoot in the late morning, early afternoon. Not too sure about the lighting, but because I'm a natural light shooter, but I think we got some pretty good shots just using the natural light with poses. Yeah, trying to find a shade underneath the trees.
Definitely
using the light. Yeah,
working with the light in the morning than it is in the afternoon. So.
Yeah, we're so used to sunset and knowing where the light is, but here it's like just on top, so we gotta make sure the very harsh lighting. But
the camera itself has helped with that. So.
Yes, a lot of great dynamic range. Yeah.
So I'm happy with the outcome.
Me too. I can't wait to go home and to our next one. Can't wait to go home and check out some of the files on the computer.
Me too.
Thank you everyone for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Alrighty, we are home now, but before I jump on the computer and look at the raw files, I just want to say that the Hasselblad XCD 90mm lens is a really great portrait lens, one of the best I have ever tested. It is very sharp, wide open. The bokeh I'm looking at is very smooth, and there's no chromatic aberrations at all. As some of you are wondering about the aperture settings, I'm going to go into camera settings and scroll all the way down to configuration, and you scroll all the way down to that. You will see lens settings, and I change the aperture from normal to full. And when you change it to full, what you're doing is you're actually making the camera open up the aperture blades all the way, so the bokeh is circular and not hexagonal shape like some users were complaining about in the beginning of using the Hasselblad X1D when it was first released. So Hasselblad changed the firmware or updated the firmware in most recent updates to give you the option to make it a full aperture instead of normal, which will give you the hexagonal shapes. So right now the bokeh you can get is circular and very smooth. Okay, so jumping in on the computer, this raw file here has been unedited. What I usually do is go to Profile, Color to choose Embedded. The color does become a little bit more vibrant. Lens correction, I do enable profile corrections. And since this image is a bit dark, I'm just going to increase exposure. So zooming in, checking on sharpness, wow. As you can see Jasmine's skin texture. Her eyelashes are very sharp. You can count every single eyelash. Going over to the background, look at the bokeh. It is very smooth and is blurred nicely. The fallout from sharpness to in focus to out of focus is very nice. Really, like I said earlier, really great lens. Next example I want to show you. This has been edited already. I did choose color profile embedded. I did enable lens correction, and I just adjusted the exposure a bit. So zooming in 1:1, Jasmine's very sharp. And the bokeh, even though it's a full body shot, the background is still blurred nicely. Doesn't seem busy, it's very smooth. So even with a full body shot of Jasmine, you can still get good subject to background separation. Okay, next photo. This photo right here, I'm gonna zoom in, and I believe this has been adjusted for exposure. What I usually do is lower down the highlights, get the background back, increase the shadows to about 50, color profile embedded, and lens profile correction is on. Okay, So zooming in, very sharp. As you can see, there's no chromatic aberrations around her sunglasses. And usually on models, jewelry or buttons, you'll see some purple fringing, but I don't see that at all. CA is very well controlled. And let's look at another example. Jasmine in the sun. And as you notice, I'm maxing out a 1/2000th of a second, wide open 3.2 ISO 100. I should have used electronic shutter so I can get a higher shutter speed of up to 1/10,000th of a second. But looking at the back of the camera, I knew I was able in post-processing to bring down the highlights like I'm doing now and still get some skin tones back. Again, this is just color embedded, and I did not enable lens profile because I like the vignetting going on. So if I enable it, I lose all the vignetting, but I want to focus on Jasmine, so I uncheck mark that. But just zooming in, the colors are great. Sun directly on Jasmine's face. No CA at all. Look at Jasmine's earring, there's no purple fringing at all. Background's very smooth, just a really excellent lens. One of my favorite photos from the shoot is Jasmine right here. And this has been edited. If you're getting into the Hasselblad X1D system and you don't want to spend up to $5,000, because I think the 80mm 1.9 is going for about $4,500, close to $5,000. You can get the 90mm lens used for about $2,200 or $2,500 depending on condition. And as I've shown you, half body shots, even full body shots, you can still get good subject to background separation. And this lens actually is smaller than the XCD 81.9, so it's something to think about. The filter thread is 67 and it matches to 45mm, so you can share filters if you have the 45 to 90 combo like I have. But overall, just a really great lens, and I think a must-have for your X1D if you want to do portraits and just general architecture work. If you're walking around the city and you just want to get a little bit zoom on taking pictures of the top of buildings, and if you want to all of a sudden take some portraits on the street, you can with this lens. And full frame equivalent's about 71, so it's like a 71 2.8 on full frame. Thank you for watching Guam Photography, and if you haven't, please subscribe. On 3, open them up. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, next shot, you look directly at the camera. 1, 2, and 3. Good. 1, 2, and 3. Shutter is good.
You're tired.
Huh? What?
You're tired.
Good. Say something.
No, I'm not tired. I'm not tired.
We're gonna talk about the lens.
Oh yeah. That's why we're here, right? The lens. You still recording?
Yeah.
Okay. First impression stuff for the scenes.
You're just messing around.
I'm not messing around. This is serious.
The shoot's not gonna make its debut.
My Captain Crunch peanut butter cereal.
What I'm gonna do to James. Ah!
Don't throw it to the ocean. That's like a Corolla.
This? 25 grand.
No. Yeah, about 3,000 for the lens. The body's like 4,000 used.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, we saw your photos already. Okay. I don't think so.
Go after that. After that.
You ever see a model do this?
No.
No. You ever see a model do this?
Careful. One, 2, and 3. Can you turn your... I'll turn.